What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Twisted Vapors? How's everybody doing this fine, lovely, fine day? Hope everybody's getting along pretty good, getting up and down the road, doing what you got to do out here. You got James the Vaping Trucker here coming at you, a little bit of a vlog today. Got a little bit of news we're going to talk about here. We'll discuss a little bit about what I'm vaping, what I got coming up for reviews. Otherwise, what you say, we get started, huh? Don't mind me if I'm looking over here. I got the computer up and running, and I got some news and some notes and stuff brought up on here. A couple of things I want to talk about for today. So anyhow, let's get started. What am I vaping on? Well, got the iJoy Maxo with the iJoy Tornado on it, with T6 deck. Got a review on the Maxo actually coming up here later this week. Picked this up a few days ago. I've actually been enjoying it. I really do like it. The battery life in it is great. It's got lots of power. I've been having a field day with it. Working pretty good. I'm impressed. And that vaping from Vapor Mix, Twisted Minion. Picked this up at a shop in Worcester, Ohio a few days ago. Stopped in there, talked to them for a little bit. Put it up in the Twisted Vapors Facebook group. They do have truck access there, so you can actually park a truck there and go in. They got a large selection of juice and everything else. So real nice shop, real nice group of people in there. I've also been vaping on the Freak Show V2. Running Twisted. 26 gauge Twisted build in there. Nothing fancy. Got that on the Limitless, or not the Limitless, sorry about that. The Lost Vapes Triad. Got a review on this Freak Show coming up later this week. Been enjoying the daylights out of that Freak Show. It's great. Yeah, I love it. And then that, I've got cotton candy. Also got cotton candy in my Easy Dripper. And that. Picked this up at my local vape shop when I was home over Thanksgiving. By the way, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I picked that up there while I was at the shop. And that, talked to the owner there. Next month when I get home, I'm actually going to go up there to the shop and have a sit down with the owner. With Chris over there, the owner of Rebel Vapor Lounge. I'm actually going to do an interview with him. I don't see many interviews online. Actually, to be honest, I haven't seen any interviews online with a vape shop owner. I've seen people talk to employees and stuff like that, but I've never seen anybody actually talk to the owner of the shop. So I'm going to do an interview with the owner and try to give everybody some insight about what it's like being in the vape industry and owning a vape business shop. And some of the hassles that they have to go through with state taxes, local taxes, federal taxes, the FDA regulations, and some of the other stuff like that going on, some of what they have to deal with. So I'm hoping that'll be pretty interesting. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll ask them as many as I can, or if you're in the Twisted Vapors group, make a comment in there and we'll make notes and try to answer as many of those questions as possible. And if you hear funny noises, Daisy's right here, my dog. Yeah, my dog being a little goofy and a little strange. Go figure, huh? I guess it happens. She's a dog. What do you expect, huh? Right? Anywho, but quick vape here. Alright, let's see. A little bit of news here real quick. Let's see. California. How about California real quick? I don't go to California. I don't live in California. I don't travel to California. I don't take freight to California or freight out of California. It's not the area of the country I'm normally running. Okay, I run the East Coast and I'm happy there. I don't know what's going on in California, but California's got some major issues. Reading here, they got an ad campaign condemning vaping and calls vapors stupid sheep. Don't know, don't ask, but here's a real quick what it says. Public health campaign creating controversy in California. You got, let's see, the companies involved in this are, let me see here real quick. Racial and Ethnic Approaches to Community Health, or REACH. Federal Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, and that are investing money into this anti-vaping campaign calling vapors stupid sheep. Ads are created to help with the help of the Pastilla Institute, which is a marketing company that helps out with Pasadena Tobacco Prevention Coalition, Neighbors Acting Together, Helping All, and some other stuff like that, trying to shift the attitude of e-cigarettes. We know vaping saves lives. We know it is safer than smoking cigarettes itself. It's not the safest option, but we know it is safer. So why in California would they be pushing this? I mean, is California like completely just wanting to ban vaping? That's California for you. Don't know what their issue is, but hey. So, if you're in California, I guess that's what you're looking forward to. Gotta love it, don't you? Let's see. Another story I've seen here in the news. Let's scroll down here a little bit here. Vapor products could threaten oral health. Okay, I guess they did research on vaping and the effect of oral health. Okay. Now, granted, I myself, I don't have the best oral health, unfortunately. I do have dentures. I just don't like wearing them right now. I'm going in, I've got an appointment in February. I'm going in for a refitting of my dentures. My top plate doesn't sit right. For some reason, it won't sit right. And I have problems with talking, chewing, or anything that I do because my top plate's just not sitting right. So I'm going in February. I'm going to get a new top plate and get a refitting for that. But they're saying that vaping does have an effect on your oral hygiene. Let's see here. I'm just going to skim through this real quick. I'll put a couple of links down in the bottom for some of these news articles that I'm going through here. Let's see. They're saying that they did this study. How did they do it? They said they were, to simulate vaping, they were pumping in vapors at a rate of 2 5-second puffs every 60 seconds for 15 minutes a day. Now, I don't know if they only did it for just 15 minutes and that was all they did in a 24-hour period, or if that was every hour. I don't know. But that's what they did. And they said they performed it over 3 days. And then in analyzing the epithelial cells, I guess that's how you say it, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, I don't do this stuff, I'm a truck driver. Found a significant increase in the rate of cell damage and death. The damage to the defensive barrier in the mouth can increase the risk of infection, inflammation, and gum disease. Over the longer term, it may increase the risk of cancer, which is what they will be investigating in the future. It's a thing. I don't know why, but it's a thing. You guys can decide for yourself, but yep, it's a thing. Just thought I'd tell you. Excuse me. Getting over a cold here. You know, the bad part about being a truck driver, I'm up here and it's 20 degrees out, and the next day I'm out somewhere else and it's 60 degrees out. Life of a truck driver. Get a quick drink here. Forgot my water. Now Daisy's snoring. Yay. Alrighty. Next story I want to talk about. Louisiana. Down in Louisiana, Calcasieu Parish, or however you say it, don't know, somewhere around Lake Charles, Louisiana, prohibited vaping and smoking in parish buildings and parks following a unanimous vote. Okay. Parish, like a church, place of worship, I can understand that. You shouldn't be smoking and vaping in those anyway, just out of respect. Parks, you're outside. I don't know why it would make a difference. I don't know why. But apparently it does. I guess part of that just comes down to the battery, what we have issues with battery safety and device safety, with devices blowing up in people's pockets, or when people build too low with the wrong batteries and the wrong devices and they blow up. Common sense. Common sense. Come on, people. Come on, vapors. Everybody. Okay? Yes, we've all probably got devices like this that will blow a massive cloud. Okay? Great. To blow a cloud. But you're out in public. You're around other people that don't like vaping or don't like smoking or whatever. Is it necessary to blow these big giant clouds or to do this whole thing in an unsafe manner? I mean, you draw attention to yourself already when you pull something like this out. Okay? It's not small. It's ridiculously huge. But is it really necessary in public? Okay, I'm in my truck, I'm at home, sure, I use this. I go out in public, I've got my Triad. It's a little bit smaller. Okay, there are other devices out here. You've got the MyJet out there now. You've got the Von Earl out there. You've got the, I forget what it's called, another small device. I haven't gotten one yet. I forget what it's called. Okay. Got plenty of smaller devices. Okay. That don't blow this big massive cloud. You don't have to build low ohms or anything like that. Or have these, okay? You don't have to. Have some respect for people out there, okay? You want to blow the big clouds, do it when people aren't around, or do it when you're in a group with a bunch of vapors. Okay, then it's understandable. If you don't have a smaller device and all you have is a big, bulky, last battery life forever kind of device, you know, smaller hits. You know, a smaller hit. You know, you don't have to do a full 10-second inhale. You know, couple of seconds, small cloud, dissipates real quick and easily. That way you're not drawing this attention to yourself. You know, like with batteries and building low with the wrong batteries, the wrong devices, altering devices. You know, watch what you're doing. You know, just be careful. Watch what you're doing. Have respect for other people. Have respect for yourselves. Why they would have to do stuff like this, I don't know. Okay, we have enough issues with the FDA and the over-regs and this and that and everything else. Why you got to do this, I don't know. But, hey, all I can do is tell you. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Oh, another thing I want to talk about real quick. Vapor Beast. VaporBeast.com. I have shopped from Vapor Beast. I have bought stuff from Vapor Beast. My Tornado came from Vapor Beast. I've bought coils and wire and battery cases and several other things from Vapor Beast. Okay, a lot of vape shops deal with Vapor Beast. Vapor Beast has been sold, everybody. Turning Point Brands. Zigzag. We all know Zigzag Rolling Papers has bought vapor beast. What is this going to do for us? I don't know. I just seen it in the news today. I just heard about it today from somebody else. So how's it going to affect us? Right now, I don't know. I can't say. Nobody's saying. So it is what it is. You know, why? I don't know. Maybe it's a marketing deal. Don't know. But hey, like I said, I just heard about it today. I just thought maybe you guys would be interested in knowing that. Anyhow, moving on. What do we got here? Let's see. Anything else? I know there was something else. Oh yeah, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is our president-elect. At the end of January, he will be our president. He will be our commander-in-chief. I have seen in several groups, I have heard people, and I have been asked, is Donald Trump going to save vaping? Is he going to fix the FDA regulations? Don't know. We don't know. Gary Johnson was the only one who said anything about vaping, but that wasn't a word we actually got from Gary Johnson. We got that from a spokesperson for Gary Johnson. I never personally heard him say it. But anyhow, will Trump save it? Will he fix it? Will he condemn it? I don't know. Okay. He does have a website up, and I will put a link down below to the presidential-elect Donald J. Trump website. Tell him your story. Okay, you can go in there, put in your name and email address, and tell him what vaping has done for you. Tell him it got you off of cigarettes. Tell him you believe it's safer. You know, whatever your story is. Okay? Tell him. That's why he set this website up. I'll put a link down below. You tell him your story. I know Pence is his vice president. I know he's from Indiana, and I know what he did to Indiana. Okay? But you got to remember, he was in Indiana. He followed what everybody else said. Whatever his cabinet recommended is what he did. Now he's the president. Or vice president, sorry. Now he's the vice president. The vice president actually does not hold any power. He's a figurehead. He's just there in case something happens to Trump. It's just part of the chain. Okay? But Trump is a businessman. Trump has said he wants to save small business. Okay? How that's going to work? Don't know. But you got him with his website. I'll put a link to it. You got Pence, who's the vice president. Pence does talk to him. But remember, Pence is just a face. He doesn't have any actual power unless it's given to him. But remember, these people also cannot just say, this is this, this is this, this is this, it's a new law. There is a chain they do have to go through. It does have to be voted by the House and the Senate also. Yeah, he's got a phone and a pen. Okay? But things can change constantly. Okay? I know we've got the lawsuits going on. I'm sure he's aware of the lawsuits. You know, he's got at least one Supreme Court choice, maybe more. You know, that may help in our favor, it may not. And my camera's yelling at me. So that means we're going to pause and we're going to resume. So bear with me for just a second and we'll restart. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see here. What was I talking? Oh yeah, I remember now. Get a drink real quick. So, but keep in mind, everything right now is completely Republican. Everything is Republican. Okay? So we stand a better chance now. Okay? So through some kind of funding or when they make their the new law and regulations, when they put them out there, something might be able to change. I know, like with the Cole Bishop Amendment, there was a lot of extra stuff that was put in there that a lot of people didn't like, but they were trying to push it through. You know, now they can push something through like that through again. It has a few less things in it that people don't like. So we'll have to see. You know, not a whole lot's going to really change this year. We're into the holidays. We're almost at the end of the year. You know, these people are going on vacation. They're cleaning out offices. They're getting moved into offices. They're getting to know what their jobs are supposed to be. You know, come the beginning of next year, once Congress and everybody gets into their positions and starts doing what they need to do, we'll see. Things may change. You know, we may actually be able to get regulations or whatever changed. Excuse me. I have to see. You know, we can hope and pray. Like I said, I'll put a link down below to the Donald Trump's president-elect thing, where he's looking to see what people are interested in, whatnot. Whether he reads it, I don't know. Maybe he's got special people assigned to read that. Who knows? All I can do is give you a link and say, hey, try it out. Check it out. See what you say. You know, tell them your story. We'll see what happens. Safety. Safety, safety, safety. Practice your battery safety. Know your ohms laws. Build properly. Do what you need to do. Don't make a fool of yourself. Don't be walking around in public, around parks and everything else, blowing these big 10, 15, 20-foot clouds. You know, have some respect. Okay? A lot of the image out here about us is from us. From vapors not doing what we need to do. Not protecting our batteries while they're in our pockets. Not turning devices off in our pockets. Just the way the public looks at us. I mean, come on. You're walking around outside with one of these. It's cold. I've got the truck running and my camera just fell over. Yay. Okay. Try this again. But, you know, just have some common sense, common courtesy, be respectful. Okay? Pick up a smaller device. There's plenty of them out there. You can blow a smaller cloud, still get your nicotine fix. Save the big stuff. You know, take care of your batteries. Don't have stuff blowing up in you, because this is what people are seeing of us. What we do, what we're carrying, what we're doing. It's a thing. You know, we've got to watch ourselves doing it. On that note, I'm going to go have me some dinner. I'm going to get back on the road. Got a couple reviews later this week coming out for the Freak Show V2 RDA and the iJoy Maxo. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. I got more good stuff coming. On that note, y'all stay safe. Keep the shiny side up. Keep the twisted side down. Catch y'all on the flip side. Stay twisted.